Good evening, everyone. My name is Edgar, and you're watching Historical Conspiracies. Tonight, we're going to be doing another top 10 list for you. This will be top 10 horror-related cartoons in no particular order. Number 1, Shiki. Now, Shiki is definitely a horror genre cartoon. It's basically a vampire story, but it's really, really well done. I can't emphasize how much you're going to enjoy this series. It gets a little gory. There's a lot of mystery solving. People getting suspicious. It's got a lot of cool stuff. So I definitely recommend Shiki. A little gory, though. Number 2, Parasite the Maxim. I've shared this with several friends. It's definitely a favorite around here. This story is about a potentially alien parasite, they're a little unclear on the origin, that infects humans and kind of takes them over, but it needs to infect their head. Only in this one instance, the parasite accidentally gets stuck in a kid's hand, which creates a really interesting scenario and environment. So there's a lot of creatures, a lot of people getting eaten, and a lot of gore, but also a lot of head stuff, like what it means to be human, and what the parasitic creatures have in common with humans, or what's different. So really interesting. Number 3, Vampire Princess Miyu. This is one of my really, really, really favorite TV series. It follows a girl who is, as you can see, kind of a vampire, but not really like the traditional vampire. She only gives people bliss. She will give them rest and escape. So, for example, she might bite you to put you into a blissful world where the person that you miss the most is always there holding you in their arms or something. So she always feeds on those people to help them. And meanwhile, her job is to send these half-god, half-demons that feed upon the weaknesses of mankind. Her job is to send them back to the darkness from which they came, which is very psychological if you think about it. And I think each one of these episodes is a good lesson for each of us about what to watch out for in our own minds. Number 4, High School of the Dead. As you can guess, this is a zombie-oriented horror cartoon, and it's, I'm sure you've seen a lot of them. Okay, we've all been zombied out by now, I'm sure. But I really think it's worth watching. It's a great adventure. Lots of scenes where, you're thinking, oh my gosh, how the heck are they going to get out of this? Or, they're trying to be quiet and somebody makes a noise, and a lot of zombies. There are, I should warn though, for younger viewers, there are some adulty related scenes. But honestly, the series really didn't need those because the story itself is really amazing, and every other part of it is. So hopefully you will have a chance to check out High School of the Dead. Number 5, Another. Another is a cartoon that's a little hard to describe. Basically, a kid finds himself having to be moved, as most of these stories start off. And of course, they're all in high school, similarly. He moves to this school in a small village where everybody knows each other. And there's a girl in class that it seems like everyone is ignoring her. But then evidence starts to, come about that indicates she might actually be dead. And it's not that they're ignoring her, but they can't see her. It goes on to extend into some kind of village curse where people are dying of mysterious causes, and it kind of leaves you wondering, is she dead? Is it a ghost? Is it a real girl who's being ignored? And it's a really good adventure, mystery solving kind of adventure as well. All right, before we move on to our second half, our 6 through 10, I'd like for you to just take a moment and check out our sponsor, bizbin.com. Thanks to their help, we can make content like this and keep making it. Alright guys, it's time to move on with our list. Next up we've got number 6, Future Diary, or Mirai Nikki. This is a really awesome story about it's an elimination kind of survival themed story, but the winner of the survival match gets to become the god of time and space. So they each have a cell phone that tells them things about the future, and of course their job is to find the other cell phone users and kill them. It depends on the person's personality and what they were using the cell phones for. For example, one kid wrote down random things that happened around him, but never anything about himself. So his phone always predicts conditions around him, but nothing about him. And another girl had a diary where she was stalking, this guy, so she gets 10-minute updates on everything he's doing all the time, and that's her phone. So anyway, lots of interesting combos and adventures, but I really can't suggest this one more. It is definitely one of my favorite cartoons ever, and I've shared it with a lot of people. Everyone has also enjoyed it. So yeah, definitely check out Future Diary with Gasai Uno. She's the coolest girl. Alright, number 7, Attack on Titan. They have since made a live-action version of this cartoon, and the cartoon itself, I believe, is based on a much longer comic book, or manga comic. But it's not the story itself that is as creepy as much as the giants, the creatures that they have to fight. They are always smiling, they're always naked, they have no genital organs to reproduce, no one knows where they come from, they don't need to eat, but they keep eating people anyway, and it's just, it's really creepy, but it's also heavily layered with a fantastic story about like the future of mankind, and so if you like future, later on in the world stories, you're gonna really like this one. Just be prepared for a little bit of squeamishness and being creeped out with some gross, gory stuff, or just these ghastly grins on these guys' faces that probably won't leave your mind. Number 8, Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied is a story about a kind of pseudo-magical, pseudo-scientific experiment where this girl who was the experiment escapes from this place, and she's got kind of a split personality. One of them just wants to hang out with this kid and be a cool regular old girl, and the other one is kind of like a crazy sociopathic, more mature character, but also a little crazy. And there's a lot of blood in this. She's not alone. There's others like her, and they have what are called vectors, and these are almost like invisible tentacles that they can use to do whatever they want to the people and things around them. So if you just watch the first couple seconds of the first episode, you'll see what I mean. Number 9 is Claymore. Claymore is based on a comic book that continued on long after the series. So if you find yourself watching this and wanting more, there is more to the story. They explore all the characters more. But basically, Claymore is about a world where there are these demons who usually kind of similar to some of the other stories here. They take advantage of human beings. They consume them, and they're corrupting them and infecting them. And these Claymore is a race, a group of females only, who have taken into their flesh the flesh of these demons to have the power of the demons, so that they could fight them and save humanity. But the people are also scared of them. They call them witches, and they're just kind of like scared of them. Meanwhile, they save all the humans from getting eaten by these monsters. And if they use their powers too much, though, they go over the edge, and they themselves become demon-like. I believe it's 1 season, maybe 2, but the end of this has an amazing ending. It's really epic. It just keeps building up, and it just keeps getting better and better. So definitely Claymore if you get a chance. Alright, the last one, number 10. Number 10 is Higurashi no Naku Kuro ni, which I believe translates as When the Cicadas Cry. This is, you really have to watch a bunch of them to understand the whole story. It's kind of about a cursed village, and it's just got a lot of different backstories. Sometimes you feel like you're going through a choose-your-own-adventure book because you're like losing track of which reality is the current reality, and I don't even know how to describe this, but there are some wacky characters doing some wacky tortures and crazy things. So if you like that kind of crazy stuff, I think you'll really love this. There's 2 seasons. The second season, I believe, explains a lot more of the background of the story, and at least the last time I checked. So everything I shared with you on this list is from my head only, so I didn't go and look and see if these guys made any more seasons or any movies, but maybe you guys could let me know, because everything on this list I really enjoy. So if there's any more out there, definitely let me know. So hopefully you enjoyed our list, and you'll have some cool stuff to go and watch if you haven't heard of any of them. If you're interested in any other top 10 lists, please share them down below, because we're always looking for new ideas and to make new content. Alright, I guess that's about it for me. I'll see you next time. And once again, my name is Edgar, and this is Mystorical Conspiracies. Have a creepy day.